Have you ever bought something you didn't need, perhaps even didn't truly want, simply because you felt compelled to impress someone? This is the essence of self-conscious spending. It's the act of making purchases based not on genuine desire or need, but on the perceived expectations of others. We fall prey to the allure of appearances, seeking validation and acceptance through material possessions. Self-conscious spending can manifest in various ways. It might involve buying designer clothes to fit in with a certain crowd, or perhaps purchasing a luxury car to project an image of success. Whatever form it takes, self-conscious spending is driven by a desire to shape how others perceive us. This behavior often stems from a place of insecurity and the need for external validation. We may believe that our worth is tied to what we own and how we appear to others. This can lead to a never-ending cycle of trying to keep up with the latest trends and impress our peers. The allure of appearances is a powerful force in our consumerist society. We are bombarded with images of wealth, beauty, and success, often leading us to feel inadequate or envious. This can create a strong desire to acquire similar possessions in an attempt to close the gap between our perceived reality and the idealized images we are exposed to. Social comparison. It is a natural human tendency. We observe those around us, comparing our lives to theirs. This can be particularly true when it comes to material possessions. We gauge our own status and success based on what others have. This phenomenon is often referred to as keeping up with the Joneses. The problem arises when social comparison becomes a driving force behind our spending habits. We start to feel pressured to acquire the same things as our neighbors, friends, or colleagues, even if it means stretching our finances or accumulating debt. This can lead to a perpetual cycle of wanting more, never feeling truly satisfied with what we have. Social media has intensified this phenomenon. We are constantly bombarded with curated images of other people's seemingly perfect lives. We see their lavish vacations, designer wardrobes, and expensive gadgets. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves and feeling inadequate. It's important to remember that social media often presents a distorted view of reality. People tend to showcase the highlights of their lives online while concealing the struggles and sacrifices. Comparing ourselves to these curated images can lead to feelings of inadequacy and fuel unhealthy spending habits. Peer pressure and societal norm play a significant role in shaping our spending behaviors. From a young age, we are taught that certain brands, products, or experiences are desirable. We internalize these messages, often without even realizing it. Peer pressure can manifest in subtle ways. We may feel obligated to participate in expensive social activities, dine at trendy restaurants, or buy our children the latest gadgets to fit in with our social circles. This pressure to conform can lead to spending beyond our means and neglecting our financial goals. Societal norms, often perpetuated by advertising and media, dictate what is considered normal or aspirational. We are bombarded with messages that associate material possessions with happiness, success, and social acceptance. This creates a culture of consumerism where our self-worth becomes intertwined with what we own. It's important to recognize these external influences and critically evaluate their impact on our spending decisions. Are we buying things because we genuinely value them, or are we trying to meet the expectations of others? Breaking free from these pressures requires conscious effort and a willingness to challenge societal norms. Status symbols are material possessions that are perceived to convey a certain level of social status, wealth, or success. These symbols can range from luxury cars and designer handbags to expensive watches and exotic vacations. Status symbol spending is driven by a desire to project a particular image to the world. People engage in status symbol spending for various reasons. Some may seek validation and admiration from others. They believe that owning prestigious items will elevate their social standing and earn them respect. Others may use status symbols to compensate for feelings of insecurity or inadequacy. However, the satisfaction derived from status symbol spending is often fleeting. The thrill of a new purchase fades quickly, and the cycle of wanting more begins anew. True fulfillment comes from within, from pursuing our passions, nurturing our relationships, and living authentically. The urge to splurge. Impulsive and emotional spending. Self-conscious spending can often manifest as impulsive and emotional spending. We may make purchases on a whim, driven by a desire for instant gratification or a need to fill an emotional void. This can be especially true when we are feeling stressed, anxious, or insecure. Emotional spending is often triggered by external factors such as social media posts, advertising, or peer pressure. We may see something that makes us feel envious or inadequate, leading to an urge to buy something new to boost our mood or self-esteem. Impulsive spending, on the other hand, is often driven by a lack of planning and self-control. We may make purchases without considering our budget or long-term financial goals. This can lead to overspending, debt, and feelings of regret. Fear of judgment. Conforming to spending expectations. Fear of judgment can be a powerful motivator for self-conscious spending. We may worry about what others will think of our clothes, our car, our home, or our vacation choices. This fear can lead us to make purchases we wouldn't otherwise consider, simply to avoid criticism or rejection. This fear is often rooted in a lack of self-confidence and a need for external validation. We may believe that our worth is tied to our material possessions and that others will judge us negatively if we don't conform to certain standards. However, true confidence comes from within. It's about accepting ourselves for who we are, flaws and all. When we are secure in ourselves, we are less likely to be swayed by the opinions of others or feel the need to impress them with material possessions. The price of perception. Psychological and financial impacts. Self-conscious spending can have significant psychological and financial impacts. Constantly comparing ourselves to others and striving for external validation can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and stress. Financially, self-conscious spending can derail our financial goals, leading to debt, overspending, and a lack of financial security. We may find ourselves living paycheck to paycheck, unable to afford the things that truly matter to us. The pursuit of material possessions can become an addictive cycle. We buy things we don't need to impress people we don't even like, all the while sacrificing our own well-being and financial stability. Breaking free from this cycle requires a shift in mindset and a commitment to aligning our spending with our values. Breaking free. Strategies for overcoming self-conscious spending. Overcoming self-conscious spending requires a conscious effort to change our mindset and develop healthier spending habits. Here are some strategies to help break free from the cycle. Build self-awareness. Pay attention to your spending triggers. What emotions or situations lead you to make impulsive purchases? Once you identify your triggers, you can develop strategies to manage them. Reevaluate your values. What is truly important to you? Make a list of your values and use it as a guide for your spending decisions. Foster financial independence. Take control of your finances. Create a budget, track your spending, and set financial goals. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you have, not what you lack. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the good things in your life. Conclusion. Aligning spending with values for true contentment. Self-conscious spending stems from a desire for external validation and a fear of judgment. It's a trap that can lead to financial strain, stress, and a diminished sense of self-worth. True contentment comes from within, from living authentically and aligning our actions with our values. By shifting our focus from material possessions to experiences, relationships, and personal growth, we can break free from the cycle of self-conscious spending and create a more fulfilling life. Remember, you are worthy regardless of what you own. A call to action. Embrace mindful spending, choose happiness. Take a moment to reflect on your own spending habits. Are you making choices that align with your values and bring you genuine happiness? Or are you allowing external pressures to dictate your spending? The power to break free from self-conscious spending lies within you. Embrace mindful spending, prioritize experiences over material possessions, and invest in your own well-being. Choose happiness over the fleeting allure of appearances. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others.